There are an estimated 8 million of these people in America right now. You've been stuck behind one on a narrow trail. You're born as a child who finds walking inefficient. You demand to be carried not for comfort, but to analyze your parents' gait from a superior vantage point. Your first steps are not celebrated, they are timed. Your father clocks you with his iPhone stopwatch. Your first word is go. Your second word is again. By age 3, you have a favorite brand of sneaker. It is the one with the brightest colorway. Your destiny is a lonely path of self-optimization. But to know why it truly sucks, we must trace the miles back. Childhood is where the obsession takes root. In first grade, you organize recess not around games, but around laps. You challenge a kid named Tyler to an endurance duel around the perimeter fence. He thinks you're playing tag. He is wrong. You run until he quits, which is after 2 laps. You run 6 more. You tell the teacher you're training. She suggests you try the arts and crafts table. You look at the table with contempt. It is stationary. It does not track metrics. For show and tell, you bring your dad's heart rate monitor chest strap. You demonstrate how to put it on over your shirt. The class is silent. One kid asks if it's a bomb. You are sent to the principal's office for causing alarm. Your parents sign you up for soccer. It is a mistake. You do not understand the concept of passing. You see the field as a personal interval course. You dribble the ball the length of the pitch, score on your own team's goal, and raise your arms in victory. The coach tries to explain the rule. You ask him what your average speed was. He does not have that data. You quit after 1 season. You tell your parents team sports are inefficient for cardiovascular development. You are 8. You start running alone around your neighborhood block. You count the laps. You keep a log in a Lisa Frank notebook. The log has no drawings of unicorns, only numbers. The numbers bring you peace. And just like that, you reach the most insufferable period. You're a teenage run club single. Your entire identity is purchased from Dick's Sporting Goods. You own compression sleeves for your calves. You wear them to school with shorts even in winter. People ask if you have a leg injury. You say it's for performance. They do not ask follow-up questions. You join the cross-country team. You are not the fastest. You are the most insufferable about it. You lecture the varsity captain about his foot strike. He is a state qualifier. He tells you to shut up. You assume this is because he cannot handle constructive criticism. You start a running blog on Blogspot. Its name is The Pain Cave. It gets 11 views in 2 years. Social life is the team bus to meets. You sit alone. You use the time to visualize the race course and apply motivational self-talk. The motivational self-talk is just you whispering, suffer now, brag later. The kid next to you is listening to music. He hears you, he moves seats. You get your first real running watch for your 16th birthday. It is a Garmin with more features than your family car. You spend hours configuring the data screens. You set alerts for every possible metric. Your phone buzzes constantly, lap pace falling, heart rate too high, time to move. Your parents think you're popular. You are being nagged by a satellite. Prom, you ask a date by handing them a custom-made race bib that says Prom 5K, will you be MY+1? She says yes because it's creative. The night of, you wear running shoes with your tux. You tell her they're limited edition formal trainers. She is wearing heels. She is not amused. You suggest walking to the venue for a pre-event warm-up. It is 1.2 miles away. She calls her dad for a ride halfway there. You run the rest of the way alone. You arrive sweaty. The chaperone asks if you're okay. You say you're perfectly optimized. You spend the night by the punch bowl, analyzing your step count for the day. It is a good night. Tag a run club single, you know. They need this. And then you become an adult with the running genes in full bloom. You move to a city with good running paths. Your apartment is chosen for its proximity to a trail, not its amenities. The shower has low water pressure. This is fine. You need to simulate adverse conditions. Your furniture is sparse. You have a foam roller, a massage gun, and a yoga mat. Your bed is a mattress on the floor. You tell guests it's for spinal alignment during sleep recovery. Your guests are your parents. They buy you a real bed. You return it. The box spring interferes with your pre-run dynamic stretching routine. You get a job. You work in operation. You describe it as logistics for human performance systems. You are a spreadsheet jockey. You run during your lunch break. You have a specific locker at the office gym. You have a laminated checklist taped inside it: shoes, socks, watch, HR strap, nutrition, salt tabs. A coworker borrows your locker once by mistake. You send a company-wide email about shared resource protocol. HR has a talk with you. You do not understand the problem. You were ensuring operational continuity for your post-lunch productivity. You start eating at your desk. Your lunch is a precisely measured blend of oats, protein powder, and almond butter. It looks like mortar. It tastes like victory. Dating is a series of auditions for the role of support crew. Your Hinge profile is a masterpiece of niche signaling. Prompt, a life goal of mine to negative split the Boston Marathon. Prompt, I geek out on electrolyte homeostasis. Your first messages are always about the other person's outdoor hobbies. If they list hiking, you ask for their average elevation gain per mile. If they say yoga, you ask if it's for recovery or mobility. You match with another runner. The date is a track workout. You argue about the optimal rest interval between 800-meter repeats. The argument is more passionate than any kiss you've ever had. You consider it a successful first date. You date a non-runner for 3 months. It is the longest relationship of your life. It ends over pasta. They make you carbonara. It is delicious. You ask for the exact grams of pasta, pancetta, and cheese. They laugh. You are not laughing. You pull out your phone calculator to estimate the carb-to-protein ratio. They watch you. The silence stretches like a tight IT band. They say, you know, food can just be food. You reply, fuel cannot just be fuel. It must be optimized. They get up. They put the carbonara in the trash, not your portion, the whole thing. You are shocked at the waste. They are shocked at you. You never see them again. Subscribe if you want to be insulted weekly. New roast every Tuesday. Your entire friend group is from Run Club. Your conversations are impenetrable. How's the plantar fasciitis? Better, switch to ultras. Zero drop is a game changer. Yeah, but your cadence must be through the roof to compensate. Through the roof, but the hip flexor is talking. Always the hip flexor. An outsider would need a translator. The outsider is your cousin visiting from out of town. He asked what you're talking about. You explain for 20 minutes. He falls asleep on your couch. You take this as a sign he needs more aerobic fitness. You wake him up for a dawn run he calls a hotel. You lose a family member but gain a solo long run. The trade is acceptable. You become a run club leader. This means you show up early and have strong opinions about the route. You insist on a hill repeat segment every third Tuesday. The group democratically votes for a flat route. You implement the hill repeats anyway, calling it a surprise strength builder. Attendance drops. You blame the weather. You create a WhatsApp group for dedicated members only. 3 people join. You post daily motivational quotes from famous ultra runners. The quotes are all about embracing pain. One member leaves the group after a week. Their message says, "This is too intense for me." You screenshot it and post it to your Instagram story with the caption, "Weakness leaving the body." You get 0 likes. Your vacation is a race-cation. You go to Chicago for the marathon. You do not see the bean. You see the expo, the porta-potty lines, and the final straightaway on Michigan Avenue. You book a hotel exactly 1.5 miles from the start line for a proper warm-up jog. You eat at the hotel restaurant 3 nights in a row, ordering plain chicken breast and white rice. The server recognizes you. He pities you. You tip poorly because the rice was slightly overcooked, affecting the glycemic index. You run the marathon. You set a personal record by 43 seconds. You are elated for precisely 1 hour. Then you check the official results and see you placed 1,847th in your age group. The elation evaporates. The quest begins anew. Comment fueling strategy below if you've ever been cornered by one of these people at a party. They will find you. They will ask what you do for cross-training. You will say you don't. Their eyes will light up with missionary zeal. They will explain the muscle imbalance you are undoubtedly developing from your sedentary lifestyle. You will try to escape by mentioning the guacamole. They will follow you to the snack table and critique the chip selection. High glycemic index, minimal nutritional yield, they'll say, picking up a single tortilla chip like it's a dead insect. You will leave the party early. They will stay, doing calf raises near the bookshelf, waiting for the next convert. Years pass, you are 38. The first sign of decline is an injury that doesn't heal. It's not your plantar fascia, it's your ego. You can no longer hit your old paces. You buy a carbon-plated super shoe. It helps for 1 season, then you need another. Your shoe rack looks like a museum of expensive desperation. You join a master's running group. Everyone is talking about physical therapy and cortisone shots. The conversations have shifted from how fast to how's the knee. You hate it. You start listening to podcasts about longevity and zone 2 training. It feels like surrender. You buy a bike. You tell yourself it's cross-training. It's a coffin for your former identity. You try to monetize your passion. You launch a coaching service. Your website is stock photos of people running on beaches at sunset. Your pricing tiers are named after race distances: 5K, half marathon, ultra. The ultra package includes weekly mindset calls. You get 1 client. He's a 55-year-old man training for his first 5K he just wants to finish. You build him a periodized training plan with lactate threshold intervals. He calls you after 2 weeks. He says it's too hard. You tell him growth happens outside the comfort zone. He asks for a refund. You cite your no refund policy, which is in the footer of your website in size 6 font. He disputes the charge with his credit card company. You lose. You also lose the one client. You pivot to content creation. You start a TikTok. You film a day in the life videos. The day is wake up, foam roll, run, work, run, eat, sleep. The videos get moderate views. The comments are a mix of inspirational and seek help. You focus on the inspirational ones. You get a brand deal. It's for a powdered greens supplement. You have to make 3 posts. You do not like the greens. They taste like pond scents. You post them anyway. The caption is fueling the machine with that green gunk official. You use the money to buy another pair of carbon-plated shoes. The cycle is complete. You are now a professional influencer for a product you hate, funding the hobby that no longer brings you joy. This is peak performance. The final act is quiet. You stop posting. Your watch battery dies and you leave it in a drawer. You go for a walk without tracking it. It feels strange, like driving without a dashboard. You see a run club pass you on the path. You recognize the type. The eager face, the focused stare, the brand new shoes. You feel a pang. It is not envy. It is nostalgia for the certainty you once had. The certainty that every problem could be solved with more miles, better fuel, a newer watch. You go home. You cook pasta without measuring it. You eat it. It is just food. It is delicious. You do not post a picture. The moment is yours alone. It is the first personal best you've set in years. All jokes aside, these are exaggerations, internet caricatures born on social media and spread like wildfire. Yes, the obsession with metrics and the performative aspect of fitness culture is real, but turning the dedicated runner into a universal punchline reduces real people to a single stereotype. Most people in run clubs are just folks trying to get fit, find community, or manage stress. Behind every meme is a real person doing their best, whether their best involves meticulously tracking splits or just showing up. So laugh at the absurdity of the extreme, but remember that a shared hobby, even one taken too seriously, is often just a flawed attempt to connect in a disconnected world. Don't yuck someone's yum, even if their yum is measured in grams per kilogram of body weight.